back, my friends. Welcome to another lecture. So here what we're going to do is we're going to continue working on our landing page design. And this design actually will translate to all of other two designs. So remember I told you that we're going to do three separate web pages. One is going to be for loading all of the posts. The second will be for loading one particular post, and the third one will be for the user's profile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just create landing page. Now, before doing that, just run npm run watch. So look what I'm inside my directory. So what this will do, it will watch for any changes that I'm going to make. Now, I'm just gonna close this part. I don't need it for now, but if I go to the layouts here, what I can do, I can just copy the entire thing, app.blade.php, and I'm just going to create in views new file called landing page dot oops, shouldn't create that. So .blade.php. Now inside here I'm gonna paste the entire app.blade.php. So I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna leave it like this. The reason why I'm doing this, because here I do have the navbar. Actually, this is the navbar that I'm looking right here. It's stretching from left to right 100%. Now we need to go to the web.php. So Control P, that's how I just put the name here, and I'm just jumping from page to page. This is nothing nothing really fancy. Just you need to know if you use something else than VS Code, just find a way how you can navigate through your files. Now here I'm just gonna say to landing, and I'm just gonna load the view landing page, loading this view. So if I go now to /landing, basically I'm just gonna see this part, right? Just because we don't have nothing in the main. Now let's change a couple of things. I'm just gonna, here this one is starting, and here this one is deleting. I'm just gonna remove this div here, and I'm just gonna do a couple of changes. The first changes that I would like to do is I would like to create container fluid. This is a basically bootstrap class, so it's gonna stretch from left to right 100%. And I just want to have another additional class wrapper. I don't want to deal with this one. I don't want to touch this one, but I'm gonna deal with this one, right? So here I have this 2 div, and I'm just gonna say container ends, just to know. And here you can say container start, just gonna to be easier for navigation. Start. Very good. Now inside I'm just gonna copy the entire nav, and I'm gonna paste it there. And I'm not gonna touch, because this is all bootstrap classes. I'm just gonna create my own class called let's call this one nav main nav, like this. You can call it any class you want. So I'm just gonna copy this one here, and I'm gonna say nav start, and here I'm just gonna paste it again and say nav end. Very good. Now I do have this nav start, nav end. Let's shift it a little bit to the right. Let's make it this one. What else I do have here? So I have the navigation. So nothing should change here. And by the way, you can see it's a little bit changed. You will see why. So after this one, I'm still inside the container, right? I just want to have section here, below here. I just want to have section called class header, and inside the section header I want to have another div tag with hero class. Very good. And here will be my hero image. So if I refresh, should be somewhere there. Very good. Now I'm just gonna say hero ends or header ends and header start. Very good. So don't worry, for now we need just to make this markup, and after that we're gonna do whatever we need to do. Now here, let's give it a space, like a breathing space a little bit, because this is not healthy. Right, now here what I need, also I need a section called class sidebar. So you can put a sidebar here or side, and here I will say sidebar, left sidebar actually. So I just want a left sidebar to have it here on the left side. I'm just gonna create the markup, and after that I'm just gonna name this where it ends. Now the another section that we need to have is the main content. Remember here, this one I'm just gonna remove from here, and I'm gonna say main content, and here we will put our main content for all of the post. Main content. Very good. Now I do want you to have additional section called add. I'm not gonna use it, but you might want this design to be for future. So advertisement. If I did not spell it right, I'm sorry guys. In what else? So the last part is a footer actually, and let's put a class footer here. Very good. Now I'm just gonna put a footer. So do I have everything? Yep. Navbar is full. Now let's create this one, and let's say sidebar start, and I'm just gonna copy this one and say end, and I'm just gonna copy this one, main content start, and main content end. You just put this one comments for easy navigation, nothing else. They're not gonna appear and they're not gonna do much. So that's what I'm trying to say here. If you don't want to do that, just skip this one, add start and add end. And what else is there? Footer start and footer end. And that's pretty much it. Now let's save it, refresh it. I should see here everything. So this is not our final design. So what we're going to do, look at here, I do have one reset. I use this is old, but I think this is version 2 right here. So this is in May, I don't know how you call this one, Mayor Web, and this Mayor Web is, I think his name, his name I think so was, let me just check it out. Reset David Wells. Okay, yeah, right. So you can use a lot of different reset, but I always use this one. So mayorweb.com, and you're just gonna copy this entire thing, and you're gonna put in your base reset. So you're gonna paste everything here. So basically, this is HTML5 display role reset for the older browsers, and it just makes a basic like unordered list and ordered list and body line height, and nothing special, but it's good to have it. And I think this is done. You're not gonna see much different change here, and yeah, so a little bit the font went off there. Now just gonna close this one. Very good. And what else we need here? I'm just gonna close this one. I'm gonna go in pages main. In here in a pages main, I'm gonna do everything that what we need in order to have to have our layout. So I just want to build the layout in main.scss, right? So in our main.scss, I'm just gonna start with the wrapper. Remember the container? And here I'm just gonna say background color. Let's put this one like this, and after that I'm gonna choose it, a color. And let's put this one. Yep, there. No, actually, I shouldn't do this. Okay. Blue. That was a bad idea because it wasn't changing at all. And yep. So make any color you want. Let's see if that's gonna work. Very good. Now it's working, but it's this because our content is very small. So now here, what else we can do is actually, so we can change that background color. We can put padding to 0. We can put border, let's put border 2 pixels, solid, orange. And by the way, what we can change this one, I don't want this one, so we can change it, this one to 00F0DC. So that will be a little bit different. Now it's compiled. If we refresh, we're gonna have something like this. So I have this border now, 2 pixels, or padding 0, and we can organize it like this if we want to. Now what's next? So I'm gonna put here, I just put for now font size. I just want to have 18 pixels. We're not gonna put the font size here, but for our purposes here, we're gonna put the font size. But we're gonna comment this one. I just want you to see a couple of things. Now border radius, let's put 5 pixels, and now this one will be a little bit. It's now like that, but it's not gonna be. Oops. It's not gonna be like that one all the time. So border radius, padding 0, and or let's put a padding 10 pixels at the beginning, just to see between both of them. And I need to compile this one like this. Now everything is done, so I can continue working in this one, but I'm just gonna say I just want to apply this styles to each and every element inside. So what I can do, I can access it with like this, so I can access each and every element that I have in the wrapper. So I have the nav, I have the header, I have hero, I have the side, I have the main content, add, footer, what else? That's it. So what I can do like this one. Star means each and every child element. So if I wait now a little bit, I will have the same styles to each and every element. And this is what I got. This is what I have. Now, what we can do, the next thing we can do, I'm not gonna just, this is just for demonstration. So I'm just gonna say wrapper here again, and I'm gonna say padding. Actually, I'm not gonna give it padding again. Display, and I just want to display grid, and I want to create 12 column grid, and grid template columns, repeat, and I'm gonna say 12, and I'm gonna give the name there. Call start. So if you missed this one, go back to my designing part, and you can put another name, call in here, but I'm just gonna leave it like this. And this will create 12 column grid. If I refresh now, this is what will happen. So if you go right click, inspect element, and if you go to this grid, you need to tick all of this in order to see it. So extend lines infinitely, and now I have this 12 column grid. Remember, I have a like padding on the left or and the right side, but we're gonna fix that one. So I have 12 column grid. So what I actually want more from this, and just for demonstration, I'm gonna say grid gap, and I'm gonna put 20 pixels, and that will create a gap between them, right? And also I can actually access all of the elements inside here. So I'm just gonna refresh it. Here you can see the gap now. Now, and if you go right click, inspect element, and if you go to the grid, you can see the gap is there. Very good. Now if I untick the gap, this is what's happening. So between columns I have the gap. Right now what I can access this one is I can access all of these child elements just like this. This is a short version of what I have before. And now I just want to say grid column, and I just want to say call to start from call start and to end, sorry, to -1 means from the beginning until the end. Now this will stretch each and every one. You will see what will happen. This will happen. So now I have each and every element is starting from column number 1 and it's stretching to -1 means the last one. And for example, you don't know how many columns. Maybe you will create a with less columns, or you don't know the specific number. You say columns start here and end here. So if you haven't watched my CSS grid part, and everything will be clear, because this is not, I'm not going to explain too much, but I need to explain a couple of things, right? Now what I want to do is actually I can nest. This is called nesting, and I can continue nesting here, but because some students thought that is very hard, so I will go jump outside. And even this one we can do it here, but I don't want to do it like that. Now what I can do here, I will say media. I will just create CSS Media Rule here, and gonna say min width, where I want some changes to happen, is to 500 pixels. And actually this one should be here like this. Now inside this min width, I just want to target each and every element that I have here inside our wrapper. So I'm gonna start with the main nav. So this is what I'm gonna start with. I'm just gonna start with main nav, and I'm gonna specify a couple of things. I want to start grid. I want to start a grid column, and I will say call start, and I will say to -1. And grid row, I just want to say 1 and 2. Now when I save this one, even if I refresh, even if I wait this build process to be done, and it's not going to change, it's not going to do much. But from now on, the things will become more interesting. So I just want to target the second section. Sorry, I haven't done like this. So I just want to target this second section. I'm not going to target the header. I'm just going to target the hero here, and I'm going to say hero dot hero. This is how you access, because this is a class with dot. If this was a ID, we hash symbol. You should know this, because if you take in this part, you know all of these things, right? Now I will say I'm just gonna copy this part here, and we're gonna change a couple of things, right? Now here column start, this one will remain unchanged, but here we will say 2 and 3. I just wanted to start in a row 2 and 3, right? You're just gonna see inspect the element, grid. What's happening? Okay, yeah. So I just want this one hero to be grid row 2 and 3, and let's refresh it. Nothing is changing yet. Now what I want for the hero section, I just want to have a height of 80 DUH, or viewport height. I just always want hero to be big. So now if I change it here, this is what it looks like. So 80% of the entire viewport height. So if I put it 100, it will occupy the rest of the space here. But I would just want a 80% or 80 viewport height. Now I'm just going to target the side, and the side will be, I'm just gonna better copy everything here, and what we'll say call start, and I'm gonna span for 2 places. And what will be grid row 3, I just want to go from 3 to span until 7, and I don't want to hide here. I don't want to specify height. So look what it will happen now. This left side, I want it to be inspect element to be around until here. So left side until here, and I want to span. And this is what is happening. So spanning, but because, so now I have this left side starting from 1 until 3 and spanning 7, but because I don't have content inside, this is happening. This is like, I don't have min height here. If I put min height, it will stretch a lot, but that's not idea. Maybe this video is going too long, so I'm gonna pause it and we're gonna continue in the next one. Bye.